for relief from stress, anxiety, or pain? If so, you may want to consider trying CBD. CBD is a natural compound found in the hemp plant that has been shown to have a variety of health benefits. CBD can help relax your mind and body, reduce inflammation, and improve sleep. It is also non addictive and has no known side effects. If you're interested in trying CBD, check out our website at www.hypnotize.me.com. And remember, if you're not hypnotized, then you're not doing it right. That's hypnotize.me.com, www.hypnotize.me.com for our high quality CBD products and drinks. Hypnotize Me, a sponsor of the Boss Fest podcast.
It seemed like everybody want to be a boss these days. Everybody want to be a boss till it's time to pay out. You feel me? Till it's time to pay that boss cost. They ain't trying to have them tough conversations. Ain't trying to put in them extra hours, catching that windfall money, dealing with folks not being consistent. Don't get me started on the lack of sleep, but you know what they say.
Boss Life. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. Each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, guaranteed to get you right. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. They might make you laugh, make you mad, make you cry. Either way it go, it's a vibe. Tune in, catch the topic, get the tea. Ain't no shallow waters over here, we get deep. You sensitive, easy to offend, you need to flee. But them tough conversations gon' be happening. Boss Fest podcast, they hold it down. Wednesday, 7 Eastern, man, it's going down. Tell a friend and tell a friend, and y'all gather round. Get active in the comments, don't get lost in the crowd. Hey, what's happening? It's your man DJ Bush. I had to show love to Kevin and Edwina, Boss Fest Butlers. Y'all know what time it is, the Boss Fest podcast. But you already know what we live in. Boss Life. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. Each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, guaranteed to get you right. BOSSFEST, the Boss Fest podcast. They might make you laugh, make you mad, make you cry. Either way it go, it's a vibe.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Boss Fest podcast. I'm Edwina,
Kevin, what's going on?
and we are coming at y'all today. Our topic today is what in the Florida, and we just really gonna get into it. Kind of what in the Florida is just there's so many things happening in Florida. I It's like I couldn't even pick one thing to talk about because Florida has just been all over the news, just about everything.
So, you saying what in the Florida? What's one thing that irritating you or bothering you that's happening in our beautiful state?
I guess like if I had to say one thing, I guess for me it would be one person, but it's just so many things happen in Florida. Why are you making a face?
I'm just saying, this one person got you like that, huh?
No, I mean I'm not really like that, but I just see like a lot of I get my news from TikTok. I am a TikTok news subscriber,
Got it. So,
so I get my real facts, not the fake facts from TikTok. But I hear people are leaving Florida. People don't want to visit Florida anymore. And Florida used to be the spot. And, for us, we would be like, Florida closed, and like we're kidding. But now it's like the rest of the country has a ban on Florida, so it really is closed.
it's definitely challenging. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was a joke. She's saying she feels some type of way about one person. So, of course, we're in a very political climate right now. Um, our governor Ron DeSantis is attacking everything. It seems like from women's rights to education to uh, black rights. It seems like he's attacking anything and everything to appeal to just a certain person or a certain base. And this, Florida's challenging, but I will say I appreciate him pissing off a few people because they hadn't come to Florida, and my drive on I-4 has been a lot less dangerous. So I know we ain't making no money right now, but my I-4 drive has been a little smoother.
I mean, just even it's just I don't know so much stuff on I-4. They've been doing construction on I-4 since I was in high school. Like, why I-4 can't be fixed?
How long ago was that?
I'm not gonna tell you how long ago that was. The point is, it was a long time ago, and I-4 still ain't ready.
One long or too long?
A little long, like just did a little bit long. But the
Okay.
point is, how I-4 ain't ready. Like, we are in Central Florida, so from Tampa to Orlando, the busiest part, and I-4 isn't together. Y'all know we have people coming in from other states, so it's full of tourists that don't understand like why Florida can't get their stuff together. I guess is my point.
That's the simple stuff. What's really bothering you? Listen, I'm on I-4. Let I-4 bother me. What's really
I-4 really be bothering me because I get anxiety. So thank goodness for like gummies and stuff like that. Because I get anxiety really bad with the highway. But with Florida, the new gun law bothers me.
Okay. What about the gun law that bothers you?
I just don't like the open carry part of it. It's almost like we're trying to turn Florida into the Wild Wild West.
It's not open carry.
What is it?
What it is you don't need a license to conceal carry.
You know what? I said that wrong. You are absolutely correct.
But in reality, what does that really change?
What do you mean? You
I'm
don't need a
asking
license.
simple.
So those of us who went and got a license, you don't need it no more. Anybody carry a gun.
There's still benefits to that.
What's the benefits, Mister?
So the benefits of still getting your concealed permit carry is that even though in the state of Florida,
like to feel like he done
listen,
did some research. Y'all,
listen,
I'm trying to tell
you keep
y'all.
trying to dismiss my facts, but these are great facts. So
But they be so fake. But you be trying to tell them so real. Like you went to go get a college degree on the Florida law. So let's hear them, sir.
just won't stop being petty to the fourth degree. But listen, here we go. So you got you with your concealed carry permit, you can still conceal carry in 25 states. If you don't go get it, you can only conceal carry in the state of Florida. So if you visiting some other state who has concealed carry,
Let me ask you this. So you in all your facts,
right?
how many what's the percentage of people that really leave and travel to other states? You know how like people are like, I never left my hometown. Is that like a large percent of people who never really go to other states? You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I travel frequently, and
Yeah, you're not the percentage of people. I'm asking you to dig in your who never leave their home area.
I didn't go research that one because I don't really think that fact matter. But the reality of it is that one don't bother me. So I'm just trying to figure out, why does that one bother you?
It's not that it bothers me. I'm asking you. You be having a whole like arsenal of fake facts. I just wanted to know if you had that one. Because if I got my concealed carry license and I can do it in 25 states, but I never leave Polk County, what does it matter?
I guess that doesn't matter. I would assume as a woman, the first thing that be on your mind is that the fact that you don't have the right to choose what you wish to do with your body. You only got 6 weeks to determine if you wish to keep a pregnancy. And for disclosure, I don't think anyone should terminate any type of pregnancy.
Oh Lord!
I don't agree with
See,
abortion.
I wasn't even going there.
I don't agree with abortion,
And-
but I would never take. But I don't agree with abortion. That's just my stance. But
You wanted to say it again?
I want to make sure it's clarified, because sometimes people say pro-life, but I'm just anti-abortion.
So anti-abortion is not pro-life?
I'm pro. So I believe in a woman's right to choose what she wishes to do with her body, and if she chooses not to carry a pregnancy, that is a choice. Do I think it's right? No, but I don't have the right to choose what a woman should be able to do with her body. That's what I thought maybe the thing you jump on, not the damn gun law. Yeah, I feel like you've been riding dirty for the past 7 months. 6.
Don't put my business out in the street.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
But you want to choose what part of Florida? Like, it's a long list of things. But to be very clear, I want to clear something up. Like, you saying that you agree with a woman's right to choose, but you don't agree with abortion, it sounds very contradictory to
It's
me.
not a contradiction. I'm anti-abortion. I I'm just anti-abortion. What you choose to do with your body is what you choose to do with your body. I'm just anti-abortion.
You sounded like those people that I see outside the little clinic. with the
Nope,
little
those
picket
people,
signs.
those are the people that's like everybody life matters, life this, life that. But them the same people that wants every person who commits a crime to be executed and knocked off, and only what lives they deem important matters. So these will be the same people to say all lives, every life matter, but they will never say Black lives matter. They'll hit you with the alternate. But we understand that all lives matter, but we were trying to make a point at that time. But listen, that's a different. I guess this is still all part of the topic.
It is part of the topic. I wanted to really ask the crowd, do anyone know somebody who sell Go Brandon hats? Because it sounds like you want one.
I am not a conservative. I am not happy with the two-party system. I don't really. The Democrats aren't doing it right. The Republicans aren't doing it right. But I can see gives and takes on both sides. But I'm going to lean more democratically because being a Black man, all the changes that have happened for us as a people have happened on a federal level, not a state level. And Republicans seem to want to support more state laws than federal laws. So I would be more Democratic than Republican. But I feel I'm an independent. I don't need to go Brandon.
I really felt like after you said all that in my head, I heard
Go
Brandon.
Brandon.
Yes, like that's what I heard in my head. It just sounds ridiculous to me. So obviously, I feel like a woman should have the right to choose what she wants to do with her body. And I say obviously, but I guess it's not as obvious. So um, that's my clear.
I hear you.
And I don't think at 6 weeks, like people necessarily know that they're even pregnant to make a decision. But I do think when you're faced with that decision, if that's what you want to do, sometimes it's by any means necessary.
Right. So for me, I think that's unrealistic. Most people don't even know they're pregnant. Most women won't know that they're pregnant 6 weeks. It's normally you miss the period, then you check something. You may be almost 2 months in.
Look at you acting like you know something.
You gonna give me credit on my facts?
I mean, it's like you got a period, but you don't know what you're talking about.
You know what?
All right, so you say a woman will know that she's pregnant probably at 2 months. 2 months is when she gonna know.
It's okay for me to say yes because
It's okay. Say what you want to say. I don't feel like you're right, but say what you want to say.
I don't want to be able to actually speak some facts and talk about
Your
typical
facts is all
studies
fake, bro.
and say
They're
when
all
women
fake.
typically figure out when they're pregnant and there's studies done. But it's cool.
All right, we want you to pull out and tell us when we normally figure out pregnant. So is it between, week 7 and 8? Tell us.
Between weeks 8 and 10.
It's between weeks 8 and 10.
Yep.
We are almost 3 months pregnant by the time we realize that we are pregnant.
Ain't like you showing. So if you have an irregular pregnancy, an irregular period, and I mean to say pregnancy.
I'm
Correct.
sorry. Go ahead, PhD. We paying attention. If you have
You
an
know what?
irregular period,
No, let me just go ahead and start my practice.
mm-hmm.
Hypnotize me. Oh, I'd be like that one was going around here telling everybody he was a doctor. Remember that legit?
I don't, and I don't understand what you're saying. But okay, so that's one of the things that irritates us with Florida. I guess you think it should irritate me, but is that what you're saying?
I'm not a woman. It's just like anything else in life. It doesn't impact me. It doesn't impact my situation. While it can have the right to impact my daughter in the future, hopefully we can correct some of that stuff. Hope that my daughter, if she did find herself in one of those situations, would consider all options.
I feel like we should somehow figure out how to give out vasectomies. Like that should be a thing. Like how do we get men in the vasectomy line?
Okay, what's wrong with that?
I don't think there's something wrong with it. I am for it. That's why I'm bringing it up. We should figure that out.
You said like I was anti-vasectomy.
I didn't say it. I said we should figure it out. That's what I said.
I hear you.
That's another one of the things. And for me, I guess a huge thing that is now irritating me with Florida is we have so many migrant workers and they're going away. I don't want to be like, I don't want to sound bougie or petty, but I'm just gonna put it out there.
Ooh,
Like, I don't want
ooh,
to go to the
ooh,
hotel and
ooh,
I can't
ooh,
get no service at a
ooh,
restaurant
ooh, ooh.
because the people gone.
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
I got you.
Like, we running out people away. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to have service, and I don't want it to be like 30 guests, employee or whatever the ratio is. That's ridiculous. That keeps me from being serviced.
Yeah, you go throwing out your facts. But
I did. I threw out
but
some fake facts.
it is the fact that we put there was a bill that was put out there that pretty much said any business owner who's may have undocumented workers and stuff fined or charged, and how they define that law is crazy because sometimes you may not even know. You may think people's stuff is good. You may think their documentation is good, and something happens. Now, the people that was living illegally, yes, but let's be for real. Florida is a is a grower state. Oranges, strawberries, blueberries, stuff like that. We also are now building a whole lot of homes. The people that was taking care of that stuff were migrants.
Yeah, bring them back.
So we have definitely caused a lot of issues with that one there. A lot of developments have slowed down. While some still might be progressing fairly well, you definitely seen some slowdown.
So I'm team bring them back. In fact, you know what? The way that I feel about Florida now, because I'm Florida born and raised, I feel like it's time to move to Atlanta. Atlanta now feels like the mecca for Black people to me, and I feel like it's now time for us to just break north.
People from Atlanta told us don't come now.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what the people in Florida doing. They trying to be like Atlanta full, but it's not full for me. Like, I feel like I should still go there. You don't want to go to Atlanta? Like, in the comments, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Is Florida changing? Those of you that are in Florida, like, should we start looking at different places? Um, that's my question for the comments. For me, I don't even feel like it's the same opportunities in Florida as it is. Like, I'm just gonna say Atlanta because that's where I want to be. But I don't feel like it's the same opportunities here as it is there.
This sounds like a whole campaign ad to move to Atlanta. This has nothing to do with Florida. You know what? This topic was brought about because she's trying to convince me to move to Atlanta.
That's not true at all. That's not true.
So go ahead and give me your Atlanta selling points, because
Atlanteans, though, can tell you.
Atlanteans, water, got it.
They can tell you how amazing.
Tell me about the Atlanteans.
All I'm saying is, I just feel like Florida is not the same. I don't want to go to a place where like the climate changes because I don't like the cold, which is why Florida has just been like amazing to me because I can be outside with shorts and flip flops on Christmas. But there's so many other things that are changing now, and I just feel like, is it now time to be like, let's do something else?
This is what we asked for.
What is what we asked for?
We asked for this type of structure to be put in place. This is what we asked for.
No, we didn't ask for that.
Yes, we did.
Go, Brandon, you asked for that.
No,
maybe, but I didn't ask for that.
I voted.
Oh, that's what you're gonna do.
What? Who didn't vote?
I don't know. You tell us with your fake facts. What's the percentage of people that actually vote?
There you go. How many people, minority people, constantly saying voting does no good? Why you gonna vote? Throw away your vote. Okay. We didn't vote our numbers. What I mean by that is that even though we represent whatever percentage we represent in Florida, our voting number is a certain percentage. If we only vote at 35% of that voting number and not 65 to 75% and actually make real moves and real change, then we're going to get what we get. The Republicans came out and voted their numbers, their primary, that a general election. They did. They voted their numbers. It was a choice between Ron DeSantis and Charlie Crest. And even I struggled hitting the Charlie Crest. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? I don't even like. We didn't really have a real Bible. They could have brought back the crack. The dude, what was his name? The black dude, the one that was caught.
The crackhead.
Yeah, man. He was down there in Miami in a hotel room with a man and smoking crack or something. I can't think of his name. What was the last week? He almost beat Ron.
I don't
I
know.
can't think
The
of his name.
crackhead.
He's smoking meth or something. Whatever he smoked, they could have brought him back. I felt like he had a better shot. Smoking crack and cheating on his wife with a man. I feel like he still had a better shot than Charlie Chris.
I mean, the point is like Florida would not.
Right, lowest state in teacher compensation. What 47th out of 50.
So we're not paying the people who educate our children.
So teachers are leaving.
We're not talking Black history in schools.
We are talking Black history, not the history that makes white people feel bad.
What Black history don't make white people feel bad?
The one they finna put in the curriculums. Listen, our kids finna come home
So
telling.
slavery is gonna be like, look what occupation that we taught you.
I bet you these teachers finna be forced to tell our kids that slavery
Was good.
was good because it allowed for slaves to take those skills once they weren't slaves no more and use them to better their lives after slavery. They're gonna find a way. They're gonna find out of all the slaves at that time, with 5 million slaves at that time, still doing my facts, they're gonna find like 10 slaves that was able to be successful. And they're gonna run the hell out of them 10 slaves that found success.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look what they did. Why can't you do it? That's what happens now.
Florida's curriculum now has to tell slavery was beneficial to them.
How slavery was beneficial for some blacks. They're not gonna say, they're gonna say were able to benefit because of the skills they learned during slavery. It's all about how you word it. Wording is key.
Someone said, it says, somebody else said, and they couldn't believe that that's going to be the case, but maybe that is. Slavery is going to be the new good.
We're gonna find the goods in slavery. We're gonna find the goods in segregation. We're gonna find the goods in all of it. That's what this new curriculum teaches, because for a while there, you guys were too woke, even though the term that they done hijacked the term woke don't even mean what the media is even using it for. It's crazy. Like, the term is crazy. That woke used to be, I'm aware of what's around me. I'm aware of my surroundings. I see the world for what it is, even though it's not a good place. It's not a fair place. I am now aware and how to navigate through it. That's what woke is. Not the fact of.
Did you read a definition of woke?
What definition you have of woke?
I'm just asking you where you get that from.
Life experience, songs.
Oh, so you made up the definition of woke. I just want to be clear.
Nas, like Erica Badu, like pick somebody. Like it's all defined.
All right.
But we understand the isn't what's being portrayed in the media, right?
I'll agree with you on that.
All right, let's stop there. At least I'll take that agreement. Just wow. But yes, that's the part that's scariest to me, is that the fact that we've now put ourselves in a position that's one person. I can't even say one person because it's a whole elected body. We didn't vote for what we wanted. And then they was able to change certain legislations and gerrymander certain districts. And like Miami-Dade, who we know is completely Democratic, has more Republican.
That's a different country, though.
I keep forgetting Miami is not Florida. I keep forgetting that. That's my fault. See, history, new history. For all those who don't know, when your child come home and say, Miami is a own state, and then there's Florida. It's what? Boy, it's Duval, Central Florida, Miami-Dade.
I don't know. You said it's four.
Then just Florida.
So everything else is just Florida?
Yeah, everything else is Florida.
Oh, okay.
But if you Central Florida, you ain't part. You just Central. Then you Duval, then you Miami-Dade. Got it. I'm confused. I'm glad them news.
That's just part of it all. So we got teachers not getting paid. You can't have abortions here. Um, gun laws changing.
I swear, boy, these can carry their guns, but they can't kill their babies and get paid now. So they can't. I just put it all together. It just sounded better if you just run it all
I
together.
mean,
I don't know.
I guess running all together, they also can't lock the door and like keep our kids safe for some reason.
You mean they can't lock the door? What the hell is
I
that?
mean, it's something about like not being able to lock the door, or barricade the door, or do something when like there's a threat. I don't know.
Where did you read that at?
I don't know where I read it. I told you, and I probably didn't read it. I probably
It's
seen it
in
on.
some TikTok. God, can you bring something that's maybe real?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people get information from TikTok. Like I found out about the aliens from TikTok.
What aliens? Please explain this aliens. I got to hear about these aliens. I swear, it's gonna be good.
So the aliens that the government is now saying they're owning up to the fact that yeah, we knew it was aliens way back when. So Men in Black wasn't fake like back then we knew about the aliens. I threw that part in there, but they saying like man, we been knew about aliens. They out there. What they here. TikTok told me that.
What else TikTok told you? This is getting good.
You here for the aliens?
I'm here for all the aliens.
Man, did nobody else hear about the aliens on TikTok?
Are they coming to Florida?
No. So like any movie,
So,
any
so
like
Florida so bad the aliens
end
don't
of
even
the
want to come
world
to
movie,
it.
Florida gets wiped off the map first. Floridians never make it to the end of the world.
Then maybe
movie.
we should start there, man. If end of the world happens, Florida is the first.
Floridians die first.
There you go.
The
You might-
meteor hits us, the state floods, we freeze out. Happens, Florida goes first every time.
You know what? You might be able to get me to move you to Atlanta with that selling. See,
And we don't have basements here. Like we can't even build a bomb shelter in Florida. We just stuck dying.
so I need the building to collapse on top of me.
But if the world ended and on top of you when everything got better, you could dig your way out. In Florida, you just die. You just die. Like there's nothing you can do.
It's sand. I don't really. Okay, no problem. No.
I'm just telling you, like we don't have options here.
I think if you want to build a basement, you can. It might be risky. I'm not sure if there's any contractors out there who can let you know if the basements can be built in Florida. Maybe they can. I don't know. So you want to move to Atlanta, so you got a basement, so that way you can still carry your gun, have an abortion, and know that the teachers are getting
I'm
paid a
glad
little
that
bit
you
more.
like trying to collectively add it. So the first thing about it is I just feel like when I go to Atlanta, and I'm just saying Atlanta in general, probably not Georgia, because Georgia and Atlanta, two different states. Like Atlanta is by itself.
Well, that Florida education already at work.
That two different states, Atlanta and then Georgia. I said what I said. So when I go to Atlanta, I feel a sense of community. Like people want to see you do well. Like, hey, what you doing? I want to support. But I don't necessarily feel always the same thing in Florida. And it's a lot of people coming together to like network and do better. It could be because there's so many minority people there and there's not as many here. I don't know, but I'm just telling you that's how I feel.
I get it. Atlanta has a strong black population. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But the state of Florida has a larger black population.
Then we should come together more because I don't feel like we do, and that's the point.
But they come together in Atlanta.
Yes.
No other place.
No, because like if you leave Atlanta and you go to Georgia, it's scary in Georgia.
Is there any other state where black people come together except Atlanta?
I mean, it probably is, but I ain't. So I'm just telling you what I feel. I'm not gonna pull out fakefacts.com and be like, in this state, black people come together.
You've only been to 2 states.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
I've been to at least 3 states, and I feel like black people come together in Atlanta.
The fact that she said I've been to at least 3 states with all that confidence is just amazing to me. At least 3.
I mean, I just have to say that like I feel like other people should understand how I feel. that are happening in Florida like really fast, and it's just like we doing too much. We are just literally doing too much.
Okay. How do we change it? How do we fix it?
I don't think we can fix it. So for me, I just be like, I'm gonna let y'all have it.
What you mean you can't fix it? It's easy to fix.
Okay, how you fix it? Then
You
what you
said-
asking me for? If you got a solution,
What you're saying is that if it's driven by one person, do you believe it's driven by one person? Do you believe it's driven by many people?
to be quite honest, it's a group of certain people.
Okay. So let's say it's Ron DeSantis. He can only serve, well, he only supposed to serve 2 terms, but he found a way to rig it and change it. So he can only serve 3 terms, which is why he's not trying to become president. He can't run for governor after this last term. So if he's out of the office and there's someone else there, everything can change, right?
Some things can change, I'm sure.
Everything can be changed with laws. You vote the people in place. You put the people that share your ideas in. Those things. Can
So
be
that's
changed.
what you believe, that like when they put a law to the law and it changes the world.
I don't think it changes the world, but what I do believe is that laws have helped greatly in this. It'll be discourteous to think that they haven't. Why has everything always been fair? Hell no. Are things fair now? Hell no. But we are here because of laws, things changing, people working to the benefit of people, regardless of race. So yes, I believe that laws can help change things. And if you put the right people in place, then you can have exactly what you want. You can have teachers getting paid, women to have abortions. You can bring all the
That
migrant workers
abortion
back.
thing is like really bothering you. Like it just make me want to say like over. It's gonna be a separate section on why is abortion on your mind so hard.
Sent to the couch.
Like literally, I don't understand
don't
why
know.
you just harping on abortion.
Every show I
and you
get sent to
talking
the
to
couch. for
somebody who
something.
can't even have. What is the problem here? You said abortion to me about 15 times.
All right, I'm done saying about abortion. Done with abortion.
Are you? Listen, if
Abortion.
somebody know of his side chick, I want y'all to hit me up in the DMs because something seemed fishy about this conversation.
Yeah, man, she shouldn't have had that abortion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it be that stuff that make you end up on the couch.
Yeah.
But you know it. Outside of abortion, I think there's a lot of other things. Like I want my kids to go to school and actually learn about their history, not just other people's history. I don't want my kid to be sitting at a school and she got to play the slave. Like, what is that?
Okay, so when you went to school, did you learn about your history? Okay, beyond MLK, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, and Malcolm X. Who else did you learn about?
This became like a school lesson?
I'm just trying to say.
What?
Who else did you hear about?
I don't know. But what I can say from my memory, because I can't what I would have learned in elementary school or middle school, but I can say I remember in high school there used to be an African American studies class, and everybody wanted to be in this class. Like you came out of that feeling like pro-black, and it was literally like a waiting list to be in a class.
Is it like Spanish people that want to take the Spanish language class? Like you already got all
It's
the
not
answers.
the same. It's not the
You-
same.
you-
It's
you-
not
you-
the same.
you-
'Cause we
you-
don't
you-
have the answers.
You already got the answers.
The Spanish people speak Spanish. It is nowhere near the same.
They was only telling you about the same 4 people we've heard about throughout history. So you already
No,
had the
that's
answers.
not true. They went on field trip. All right, so someone in the comments said, I did not learn anything about. But did you have to play the slave in the class? And I will say, this is true. This is personal knowledge that I know my kid had to play the slave, and while the white people in the class got to play the slave owners. That's real.
Well, yeah, that was wild. Like, and like as a teacher, how do you even
That fly
How
in
does that-
Polk County.
in Polk
Florida.
Is it? Why is it?
I don't know, but the point is
Damn, that
that
was
should have been reality. But I bet if we was in the state of Atlanta, it wouldn't happen.
I'm still in Georgia. Georgia still.
Georgia.
Listen, my black population. I don't think they
Miami has a good every population. Though.
right. But what I'm saying is they not. They're still subject to the same rules of and laws of the state of Florida. So it's not like there's a change there.
All right. So in the comments, it says we live in Polk County, Florida, and there's no surprises that your child will play a slave in school.
So we just
That's
need,
sad.
so we just need to move out of Polk County.
I think we should just leave Florida. That's what I think. I think Florida is doing too much Florida and sometimes you gotta let it go.
No.
All right. So here is a teacher. Teacher is saying in the comments they're still teaching African American history in Polk. There's a teacher at their particular school that is still teaching that. So, and that teacher's fired. So I guess it is still happening. Questions: would that teacher be teaching slaves and slave owners, where a black kid, got to be a slave?
That one lonely teacher. Gotta
But
hold.
that one only teacher
Gotta
is
hold it
fired. So
on.
maybe there's several other teachers that just happens to be, someone in the comments shouting out the teacher at their school that's fired. and
Listen,
going against the grain and
I get it.
teaching
Like
history.
at certain points, at certain times, I was able to learn history from different educators, different types of history. I just know that the standard history that was given to us, if, if people weren't really trying to make you dig deeper, they gave you the surface level black history. And we get that 1 month. So I think we should remove Black History Month. I think we should just have history. I do.
So we were since now we done veered off to removing Black History Month.
I'm just saying.
If we just have history, that means that we don't even have our history.
No,
Because if you choose history, no one's gonna choose Black history.
The history of this country is slavery was before the foundation of this country. So if we're going to teach it right, you have to.
Who's gonna teach it right? Who is gonna teach it right?
Listen. So I know we've given a lot of flack to these few scholars that Ron DeSantis has put together who wants to try to change the way we look at slavery. But most people, most educators are going to still teach proper history, proper American history. I don't see I don't see a great deal of teachers trying to convince a group of black kids that, yeah, slavery was good for a black people. I don't see that. Could there possibly be? Maybe. But I think there's enough common decency that a teacher ain't going to sit there and try to convince the child, yeah, your family just should apply themselves more. You saying how bad you got it. Maybe if they would have took some of them skills they learned in slavery, I might be Amazon. I don't see that happening. So I'm just saying.
So applying yourself more in slavery times would be like I should have been Harriet. Like, how do you apply yourself more?
Harriet was anti-slavery. So what they saying is that you should have been more Stephen than Django.
Okay, I understand that. So basically, what you're saying is you're still Team Florida,
Yes,
and you don't want to go anywhere.
I came from Arkansas.
If
I'm
you need
good.
to, you'll wear a Go Brandon hat.
I would never wear a Go Brandon hat, but I do think that Joe Biden, the black vote, or the Democratic Party doesn't really value the black vote like they should. Man went on the Breakfast Club and said, "If you ain't black if you don't vote for me." Like, for real? Who the hell is you? But we allowed that. We gave him that. Oh, that's a pass. Give him a pass. We keep giving the Democratic Party passes. The Republican Party don't even care to talk to us, which is a credit to them. And the Democratic Party just selling us a bill of goods that they know they're never going to deliver on. So that's why federal elections, they have their pros and cons, but we need to be focused more on local and state elections, which we don't care to vote on. We'll get up for a presidential election and go vote like crazy, but we won't even vote for the city council members in our own area. And them the ones who making real rules and changes. You mad about all them HOA fees and all your street lights and all that other stuff? It's them people that got in that office with 200, 300 votes that's making your stuff hell.
That's right, because those cameras, those red light cameras, whoever be voting them people in who put the red light Now, y'all need to do better because I can't keep $160 for like the light was yellow. It just don't make no sense.
Oh,
So we gotta do better. But what I'm saying, this just my feelings on it.
got you. Your feeling. I'm here. I'm here for your feelings all the time.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here for my feelings. I want to go to the state of Atlanta.
Atlanta is not off the table in our history,
Future,
in our
yes.
future.
It's been in my history. I'd
It's
like
been-
it
it's-
to also be
it's-
in my future.
It's been in your history. It's not off the table. It just depends on if certain situations manifest and can possibly become.
I mean, I asked that to the group. Maybe I'm just being oversensitive or just, extra. But when y'all, so for the people watching, visit other places, do you feel more of a sense of community than you do in your home area? That's the question.
Crazy question. You're supposed to feel more sense of community, but honestly,
You're supposed to feel a bigger sense of community when you travel somewhere else where people don't even know you.
no, you're supposed to have more sense of community where you live.
Which
But-
is why I'm asking if
but
they
you
feel more
never-
community when they travel when no one even knows your name.
But you never really want to claim where you live now.
What you talking about? I live in Polk County.
I get it, but you don't really like that's the
that.
only thing you claim about Polk County.
That's not true.
OHB, Airlines, that's it. Anything else about Polk County?
That's not true. Okay, so why don't you feel like I claim Polk County?
So I don't know.
Okay,
We
you're
both
done. You're
we
done.
both antisocial, so you don't really like dealing with people.
But that has nothing to do with where I stay. That just
And
means I
every
don't
time-
want to play in people's face.
I get it, and every time there's something that can go down or be a part, you're like, man, you're quick to say, man, that's Polk County for you. They doing that in Polk County,
You making that up right now.
so that's fake facts.
That is very fake. Because I like to be a little bit ratchet, but I'm definitely not gonna be just like in somebody's face. Because what I hate is for people to be like I don't know your motive, or I don't know like why you like up here. Like I don't gotta be all that. Like we could be chill. I could support you from back here while I'm chilling. So I'm just not gonna be up in front of somebody's face. But that has nothing to do with where I claim.
I get it. So I guess the biggest reason why I feel like you have this disdain for Polk County, but it's a common disdain, is that you're right. There really isn't a strong support system. You'll see places, especially like Atlanta, they do events, they do different things. They will support and show out. You throw an event in Orlando or Tampa, the community is more likely to come out and support. You do it in Miami, the community is more likely to come out and support.
But even those places,
Exactly.
I'm not saying the support is like as great. So I'm not just like calling out Polk County. What I'm saying, like, there's pockets of people who support. Don't get me wrong, because I don't want to be like there's not support people here. But what I'm saying is when I like go to places for Atlanta and someone posts like, "Hey, we're here," like, "Hey, we're meeting up here." That means bring your cousin, your sister, your brother. Everybody's welcome here. That's not how I feel like it is here. Like, let's say someone says, "Hey, I'm having this. It's a meet and greet or it's a networking." Sometimes you go in people in buildings and people looking at you sideways, like, "Well, how you end up here? Who told you about this?" Instead of welcome everybody trying to get the knowledge. Like there's gatekeepers here, and I feel like there are other places the floodgates are open because the knowledge I have, I want to bring you along. I'm not being a crab in a bucket. That's what I'm saying.
We got to see if you're stealing.
They steal people in Florida. Yes, they steal people in Florida.
Hey, that's what you tell our kid, man. But back over here, they steal people in Florida. What you tell?
So the comments say they support who they want, which is also true. And I'm sure in other places they support the people who want to support. But I've had people in Atlanta who don't even know me like, "Hey sis, what you do? I want to support you. I want to like shout you out to my community." I'm like, "You don't even know me." And then like some people here, I'm like, "Man, we rode bikes together, like on 5th Street. You don't know me? All right, you don't know me now. That's cool." So it's
Do you know them now?
that's not what I'm talking about. Stay focused.
I'm
Stay focused.
lined up.
So I'm just saying sometimes it just seems different. So if you go somewhere where you feel more of a sense of community, I just don't think it's necessarily in Florida. And yes, in Florida they be snatching kids. I don't know why. I guess there's pedophiles and stuff everywhere. It just feels like they move here to Florida to like retire. I don't know. They snatch kids in Florida.
She just said Florida's a pedophile retirement home.
That's just gonna always have a job because they be snatching kids in Florida. Because if he don't do nothing else, he don't play about the kids.
See, that's something good about
Polk County.
yeah. Some he got his ways about him. Hey, I feel like he fair about some things, something like that. Anyway,
I suppose.
so
But maybe my thinking is just backwards.
I'm, I don't think it's backwards. I think we live in a very toxic political climate right now, and right now it's very challenging to like get motivated for things. Like everything is an attack on something or someone, and it's sad that we're here.
Are you like speaking like cancel culture?
That could be piece of it too, but I just think that everybody's. I think when we started becoming more, I guess, conscious or quote unquote woke, we went. We always do things in extremes. So we,
I don't like. Do you know people who walk around being like I'm woke?
in my entire life, I've had about 3, maybe 4 people tell me either they woke or I'm asleep. And these are the people that walk around with the unks. They got the crystals. They got their beads.
Right. So I'm like,
So
yo, people that you with.
they on that's a whole different level of consciousness where they're trying to tell you.
Right, but the regular people ain't just round people who woke. So I don't know why you keep saying that. You the
I
only
didn't see
person
you.
I know who try to be woke. You keep like hating on the woke. The rest of us may
I'm-
want to be sleepy as hell. I don't know why you keep saying that.
That's the problem. All now they hitting y'all with this bullshit because y'all sleep. If your asses were woke, the real woke.
Right. That's what you're trying to have a sly conversation about being woke. When to be quite honest, sometimes life is so hard when you gotta walk around being woke all the time. Like you don't want to be look. That be done said a sly comment, but you think I ain't catch it, but I'm woke. Like no, like I just want to let some stuff slide and not be angry all the time. So I'm gonna be sleepy. You can stop throwing your woke comments. We want to be sleepy over here.
And this is why your child gonna come home and tell you that slaves benefited from that experience.
Listen, woke, you want to live in Florida. Me and my kid can go to Atlanta.
Only one kid.
Only one kid.
One of them kids got to stay, but only one kid can go.
You said you see. I like how you try to like take little digs. There's only one kid that would be living in the house. To be clear, why you trying to be so funny? So me and the one kid that would still be here, we're gonna go to Atlanta. He tried to make it like I was just a bad. Call that out because I see how you try to.
Got it. We got one kid that's about to graduate and
no, don't try to clean it up now. Don't try to clean it up
I'm
now.
trying to make sure I don't stay on the couch too long.
Oh, every Wednesday you sleep on the couch. Every Wednesday.
On the couch with Kev. I'm gonna bring my on the couch with Kev segment every Thursday.
If you bring Kev, please talk to the people that are woke, and then y'all have a segment about sleep and not moving in the way that we should. And then also add a segment about how any man over a certain amount of kids should then have a vasectomy. You have too many kids, vasectomy line. Have that on your woke couch Wednesdays.
I would love to give you some woke facts. Because
Oh Lord, fake facts.
we talking about dynamic men and women. There's twice as many single men, meaning that women are having sex with the same, multiple women are having sex with the same dude getting pregnant. So I'm just saying. So
So maybe You should stop leaving babies all around. What are you talking about?
It goes back to being aware. You wasn't doing nothing over there. What makes you think he gonna do something here? Just saying.
But if he got it over here,
Well,
you know what? That should just be the next topic because you're not gonna come at women when men are the one leaving. It's really convenient that you can have sex over here and have two babies and still live your best life. But you want to come at the chick? That's why I got out of Florida. Is you Florida?
I'm from Arkansas.
Oh, now you're from Arkansas. You spent 75% of your life in Florida, but now you're from Arkansas.
From
You
the
crazy.
rock. From the rock, little rock.
Look, somebody said woke couch Wednesday sounds like a new segment on the podcast.
I can't do it on Wednesday, but it might be. I'm gonna do a sofa boss. I'm doing couch. We gonna run that set.
Kids doing something on the couch, y'all. I promise you that.
We gonna-
With all this abortion random talk that you've been doing.
Hey man, what
Mhm.
what else you got for me?
Nothing for you. What I would like for you to do as we wrap up, you before you get your blanket and go lay on your couch, I would like for you to tell the people about Boss. That's what I want you to do. Woke Kevin.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, Boss Fest, the annual event, the third year running, is a network event that allows for entrepreneurs, like-minded individuals to get in the room and learn the game, learn the craft. It's an opportunity to expand your horizon, expand your knowledge. The thing I tell people, if you look at the dynamics, the way pay is structured right now, even if you got a 9 to 5, we all should be trying to figure out how do we get to 6 figures. Boss Fest is about how looking at ways to get to that goal. If you're already making 50, 60,000, 40,000 short, what can you do on the side that can generate 40,000? This is what we're trying to do. The landscape is changing. Anybody can become an entrepreneur and figure out what that niche is that you do well that others will pay for. That's what Boss Fest is about. We got several speakers coming up, play people in real estate, event space, social media, nonprofit space. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be live. I can't wait to see who get into the room. Boss Fest 2023, October 8th at the Lakeland Hilton Garden. Get your tickets, get your tickets, get your tickets. Be in the room.
Woke.
You my commercial. That was
It
awesome.
was a good commercial. You know what? Clap it up for the commercial. Clap it up.
Great
for the
commercial.
commercial.
And
Good job. Good job, Woke.
if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Okay, Podcast Summit, come through.
That's what we
So-
gotta run. Talk about that summit, the game, the juice. Oh my God.
What I would add, I don't have a commercial for y'all. My piece of like telling you to my heart. To be quite honest, when we first started this, it started off as a meet and greet for our business to like come out and show the community what it was we had to offer. And once we did that, we realized there were so many other small businesses around us that we never even knew of. We were two people going to work, working a 9 to 5, coming home just trying to provide for our family. And now we've been introduced, I'll call it, to the entrepreneurial world. And we just want to support the people out there because it's not easy when you gotta, whether you 5 and then you gotta come home and then work your business, or you gotta work your business. People think entrepreneurship is all like fun and games and glitz and glamour, and it is hard. Some days there's losses, some days you want to cry, some days you want to throw a towel in. And this is really just an event to say, look, if you're thinking about doing it, like Kevin said, if it's a side hustle, if you want to make it your main hustle, there are definitely people out there that are still willing to give you the game, to help you get a leg up, to come in the room and next business partner can be in the room. The next person that gives you that one idea that helps you get out of the red into the black. Like those are the reasons why we do it, and we just hope that people can benefit from it. And we've just seen a huge community turnout, a lot of people supporting what it is we believe in. And we left Boston because we still believe that there's something in Polk County where we can all come together, support each other. And if we get it right, we could actually really win when we come together. I ain't have a commercial.
Listen, that sounded great. What I took away from that is that Boss Fest, Boss Fest 2024 may be in Atlanta.
Hey, we going to the state of ATL.
I swear I can't deal with this foolishness. Where my couch at? Where you at, couch?
Couch is waiting for you. Don't worry. But look, that's all we got. I feel like next week we should do some type of like I'm on that, and I'm for real. If y'all know somebody on the side, y'all hit me on the inbox because you know what you don't get in Florida, which alimony. Devastated. That's why we need to move to Atlanta because I waited 10 years to get my alimony, and now I can't even get it.
Run it, boy.
Anyway, I'm not gonna.
I appreciate that one.
I'm gonna get irritated with Florida all over again.
No more alimony.
Anyway, so that's all we got for you guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will catch y'all next week, Wednesday at 7. Please like and share, and I don't know, y'all stay tuned for Woke with Kevin on the Couch.
We're gonna figure out that segment.
I did that for you?
I like that. Woke with Kevin on the couch.
Woke with Kevin on the couch where you talk nonsense.
We're gonna run it.
To yourself.
Maybe. All right. We out.
Peace.